In this video, I will show you how to multiply two matrices together. So first of all, you have to check to see if it's even possible. So the dimensions of the first matrix are, let's see, 4 rows, 2 columns. So this is a 4 by 2 matrix. And the dimensions of the second matrix are 2 by 2. All right, that means 2 rows and 2 columns. So when you multiply these matrices, it's only possible if the inner dimensions are the same. So let me just bring this down here. So the second matrix is a 2 by 2 matrix. So in order to be possible, these dimensions have to be the same, which they are, so this makes it possible. Now, the outer dimensions tell you what the dimensions of your answer will be. So our final answer is going to be a 4 by 2 matrix. So let's set up a giant 4 by 2 matrix. And I think I'll just set it up right here. All right, so 4 rows, 2 columns. All right, so here is a big old 4 by 2 matrix. Okay, now the rows are going to come from the first matrix, and the columns are going to come from the second matrix. All right, so let's start with the rows. Okay, the first row is going to go throughout the first row. So the first row is 2, 3. So that means I'm going to have 2, 3, 2, 3. All right, the first row goes everywhere in the first row. The second row goes across the second row. So I'm going to have 1, 1, 1, 1. So even though rows are horizontal, when you're writing them down, go ahead and put them vertically for easy multiplication. The third row goes across the third row. So that's why I'm going to have -5, 0, -5, 0. And the fourth row goes across the fourth row. So I will have -5, 5, and another -5, 5. Now it's time for the columns. So the first column will go down, all down the first column. So down the first column, I will have -6, 0. So I'm going to have -6, 0, -6, 0, -6, 0, -6, 0. And the second column goes all down the second column. So I will have -4, 3, -4, 3, -4, 3, and -4, 3. So now it's time to multiply and add. So I'm going to wind up just multiplying all of these numbers together. All right, I'm probably not going to show all of these dots in the future. I'm just going to do it. But I'm going to put these dots to show that we are multiplying these numbers. Otherwise, it looks like subtraction or something. All right, so I'm going to get -12 and 0, and I'm going to get -8 and 9, -6 and 0, -4 and 3. All right, to not leave myself quite enough space here. In fact, maybe I'll move this over a little bit. It's a little bit tight. Uh-oh. Okay, so this is going to make 30 and 0. And again, I will have 30 and 0. Then I'll have 20 and 0 and 20 and 15. So I multiplied everything together. Now finally I must add. So I'm going to add these numbers together. Okay, maybe I'll switch to green for a second. So negative 12 plus 0 is, whoops, too big. Negative 12 plus 0 is negative 12. So I'm going to have negative 12. Okay, and that's one of my final answers. Negative 8 and 9 is 1. So that's going to be part of the final answer. Negative 6 and 0 is negative 6. Negative 4 and negative 3 is negative 1. 30 and 0 is 30. All right, that's 30. 20 and 0 is 20. 30 and 0 is 30. 20 and 15 is 35. Now, these green numbers represent the final answer. So the final answer is going to be negative 12, 1, negative 6, negative 1, 30, 20, and 35, 30, 35. All right, and that's it. So the first matrix times the second matrix gives us this matrix. And we predicted right from the start that it would be a 4 by 2 matrix. And here's our 4 rows and our 2 columns. So that is how you multiply one matrix times another matrix. I feel like we should practice that again. All right, let's take these two matrices and give it another shot. First, let's check and make sure that this is even possible. So the first matrix is a 2 by 2 matrix. And then the second matrix is a 2 by 3 matrix. 2 rows, 3 columns, 2 by 3. In order for this to be possible, the inner dimensions have to be the same, which they are, so far so good. The outer dimensions tell us the dimensions of our final answer. So the final answer will be a 2 by 3 matrix. So let's set up a very large 2 by 3 matrix. So this is a very large 2 by 3 matrix. All right, now remember, the rows will come from the first matrix, and the columns will come from the second matrix. So let's start with the rows. So my first row will go across the first row, like brrrr. So the first row is negative 4, negative 6. So I'm going to have negative 4, negative 6, negative 4, negative 6, negative 4, negative 6. The second row will go all across the second row. So I will have -3, -6, -3, -6, -3, -6. All right, now it is time for the columns. Here is column 1, and I will put it down column 1. So I'm going to have 5, -2. 5, -2. Now column 2 goes down column 2. So I will have 2, -5. 2, -5. Now column 3 will go down column 3. So I will have -1, 1. -1, 1. All right, now it's time to multiply these. Okay, so if I multiply here, that's going to be -20. And this is going to be 12. This is going to be -8. And this will be 30. This is going to be 4. And this will give me -6. This will be -15. And this will be 12. This will be -6. And this will be 30. This will give me +3. And this one will give me -6. So now we just add these up, and that will lead us to the final answer. So here we're going to have -8. And here we're going to have 22. And -2. And -3. And 24. And -3. So this is the final answer.